like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love until the core. I break you break me, holding our love until the core. Frozen in my dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us whole, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love until the core. I break you break me, holding our love until the core.
All I wanna do is to put my arms around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you. love you. I do, I need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, love you. I do need you, need you. I do, I love you, I do need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you.
Hello everyone, here we are in EURC winners quarterfinals. For the first round we have Portsmouth Paladins versus Fairplay Groningen. So we have Georgie, Unknown Psycho and Esper on Portsmouth Paladin, and open god the names. X Courage, Timotheus, and who's the player? God, too many names. And Open for Inquiries on Groningen's side.
Going to be a class little game here. I have no idea who's expected to win, and that just makes it all the better.
I think Portsmouth Paladins probably have the edge in this. Fair Play though have reverse sweep their two last series to get in here in the losers brackets of the play-ins last week, whereas Portsmouth Paladins managed to win their two games in the upper bracket, so they seem to be a bit strong on their way up here. But I mean, let's see. Who knows?
Yeah, it's suddenly become relevant.
Yeah, Fair Play definitely had a nice run to get into this game.
Oh, man, ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, good choice. Not bad.
Nice little kick-off start. Oh, is that a cheeky back left? Psycho on the dribble. Double touch. Good Bible defending. Oh, that is a car and a half from Esper.
Oh, that is
just well, it's actually less than a car and a half.
What car is
that?
That's
that's great defending from Psycho.
Esper was an amazing car choice.
Follow up there. Geordie a bit slow.
Psycho. Put it to the side.
Ceiling shot. Opportunity for a passing field. He can take himself.
Oh, he tried. It was close, but he couldn't quite reach up to the ball.
Esper, a bit of a bully.
Pass. Ooh, that was a bit high by Geordie. Could have been a bit lower down.
God, Psycho with the fucking demos.
Yeah,
what is this?
Everybody out to play.
Geordie was up a bit early there. He's done well, but
nice save by Psycho there.
Passing field. Bit of a miss.
Psycho also has an interesting car choice.
Yeah, it is something different, you know. Yeah. After his namesake, though. Oh, a little doink. It sets up a nice goal there for Psycho.
Does go from Psycho, yeah. Nice. Geordie with a nice pop over the whole defense.
Yeah, if it had challenged later, that would have been a goal. Would have been quite nice.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's 1-0. Still plenty of time on the clock.
You see lots of pressure by both teams. It's sort of been ping-ponging the ball back and forth a bit. Never constant pressure, but majority have known. I mean, Portsmouth have had most of the pressure this far, and they get the first goal.
Yeah, they've had one or two double commits, but they're making up for them quite well.
Yeah. It's first game. It's always going to be a bit rough.
Yeah, you just got to feel out your opponents. It's a nice clear. It's a good read.
Very good clear by Coach Face.
Bit of a misread there, but you recovered quite well. Nice little passing field.
Ooh, it's just high. That was a great passing play by Fair Play.
Little passing play out there. This was a bit slow, but it's fine. Oh,
Straight
drop down.
down. Oh.
Straight to Psycho though. Bangs that.
Ooh,
Just over.
so goes
Jordy.
to demo.
Ah,
Yeah, there it
this
is.
is Rocket League. It's a nice little goal there from him.
Yeah, you could see Psycho was the pass of the backboard, then goes for the demo, meaning that Exco just couldn't get there in time, and it gave Jordy the open net to shoot that, really.
Yeah, I think Esco kind of just misread the play there, and he sort of jumps
Yeah,
completely the wrong way.
I mean, he jumps over Psycho, and it just means he couldn't go for the ball as fast as he wanted to.
Oh, that's a little panic there in defense.
Yeah, and Espo, oh, he couldn't get the goal. He pinches it away. Psycho over one.
Plays it again. Oh, it's a double commit. This could be a chance for them.
Passes back. That's a nice passing play again.
Double!
What a shot by Coach Face.
Is that an Octane ZSR? What is this? 2017?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is an Octane ZSR, is it?
I think it is. Look at that. Oh.
Not sure, because I used to play Octane ZSR, and I don't remember looking at that. I think it's. I don't know. I'm really stuck in the title.
Nah, must be.
You sure?
Yeah.
Could be. I haven't played it in ages. So.
Oh! That
There
is,
it is.
that is sloppy play by Groningen.
Very sloppy, but it gets you a goal, I guess. I mean, for nice punishing by Psycho.
Yeah, he's not prepared. There was no challenge, no one back post. It's just.
Yeah.
It's the car is a Twizzer, I've just been told.
Really cool. Wow. I thought it wasn't the Octane, but that's it.
Twinzer. Oh yeah, I thought Twizzer was a bit weird. Yeah, Twinzer. Gotta say. Nice little pass to the corner. Psycho reads it well though. Push it down the line. Ooh, it's a good cover.
That's a very good clear there by Exco.
Little pass on field for Geordie.
Back to Esper. Ooh, that could have been. We've seen lots of passing plays by both teams.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Not just
Yeah.
your normal bim bam.
Yeah, it's very nice to see. The only real difference that I think why Portsmouth are up is some very scrappy defense by Groningen, and their shots have always been a bit high as well. And that's a nice bump. Doesn't get a goal.
It was perfect timing. The second. Oh, see,
Ooh,
speaking
there
of
it is.
scrappy defense, it's just
Yeah.
they just seem to be a bit all over the place. There's no there's no structure to their rotation. They just sort of.
I think
Like-
the fact, yeah, they're a bit unorganized in defense, and the bumps that are coming in by Portsmouth are really like, even though they're not always hitting them, they're forcing the Groningen players to sort of put themselves out of position, and they're not recovering from it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, if you have like perfect like rotations, then bumps don't matter. Oh, that's nearly a real sight. But since they're not perfect at all, it's just really hard for them to recover once one player gets bumped, as you say, or gets
Yeah.
forced wide.
Yeah, we still see some very nice passing coming out of Groningen. It's really, they're always so
Definitely
close to
speedy.
hitting the target. Yeah.
That's the main thing. Like, it's not a competition of speed at this point. It's a competition of just rotating well. It's good defense there.
It's very good defense. I thought that might be a goal. It was 2-1.
Which could be.
Mm.
Nice bit with speed there.
Luckily, Timotheus was there to clean up.
That's a bit of a pass from Geordie to the other team, but it seems to have peaked out a little bit.
Looked at, yeah. Psycho and Jordy did it fast first time.
Esper. Oh, he's playing it slow. I like that.
Ooh, that was very close to sneaking it into the front post.
Oh, this could be a goal
Passing
here.
play.
Onto the backboard. Put it way too wide though.
Yeah, think I get the shot on target there.
Esper's giving away possession there though.
Yeah, he has. At this point, it won't really matter, but.
Yeah, but it's. Oh,
Ooh,
that's a nice play.
passing play, yeah. Jordan Owen was a nice shot off the back wall, off the sidewall side.
It's a great
Yeah.
pass from Psycho.
Yeah.
They seem to sort of,
Beautiful play.
even if they make like mistakes in defense, like they're not infallible. They make a mistake in defense, but then they seem to just sort of, Psycho or someone does a really nice pass to someone who's upfield, and I think that's just what's set them apart here.
Yeah, yeah. I think. Oh, here's the golden goal just to finish.
This is
things off.
Rocket League! Some amazing 0-second goal.
Yeah, amazing 0-second own goal. 121 kilometers an hour, so fast.
Best goal of the series.
Well, for the moment, Portsmouth definitely have the edge here. They just their shots are a bit more accurate than the Groningen. They've been more clinical with their passing. They're getting out of their own half with passing and nice passing plays, and they're just never that much under pressure. And then Groningen have had scrappy defense, which has really not helped them defend against these really good passes and pressure plays that Portsmouth are putting on.
Yeah, they all sort of just the Groningen seem to just sort of like make a little cluster in front of the net and hope that the ball's going to hit them and go wide, rather than have your more standard someone challenging front post, back post, or backboard, that kind of stuff.
I do. Yeah, there are good signs for Groningen. Their passing plays, if they just get their shots just a bit down, because they've hit the crossbar a lot of times, they could really surprise Portsmouth. And I think maybe we'll see them clean up their defense a bit in the second game.
It's a warm-up game for them. That's what they're telling each other right now. And well, let's see if it's true.
Yeah, let's see. Let's hope that this game's gonna be a bit more less one-sided.
At the moment, I was about to join one of the teams. I picked up my controller and everything.
Wow, habits, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, little double commit there.
Yeah, just a done.
An early chance for them.
Yeah. Shots are just.
Well covered by Psycho though.
Yeah, it was a bit too weak of a shot. Like Groningen.
Not sure what I think about that card design. The more I look at it.
What, from Esper?
Yeah, the hat. The little giant panda. The fact it's an Esper.
I mean, I'm quite a fan of people who like use uncommon cards. I think it just makes it more interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for the Scarab and the Merc. Yeah, the old school boys. And
yeah, those would be nice.
Everyone loves a rogue. Anyway. Anyway, back to the game. Portsmouth did quite well there. They had pretty scrappy defense, but they still managed to get it out. And you can see like Gronenberger had and then I was about to say they've managed to hold some pressure for a bit, but the pressure just evaporated there.
Yeah, but even there, you see, there was pressure for such a long time that Portsmouth wasn't really in a position to go in offense. It was just Jordan Nunn who went up by himself.
Yeah, and on their clear right there, they double committed on a free clear, so it shows that they're not out all. And yeah, that's a bad pass into the middle by them. So
yeah,
defensive misplays are still there.
Yeah, definitely still there. They seem to be a bit panicked sometimes, like expecting Portsmouth to be at every single ball. They don't really seem to be reading them very well. Again, I think that's just sort of extra caution because of the first game, where they sort of felt that way.
As for the last 20 seconds, all that's happened is each team has just given the other team possession. There's a lot of clearing it for the sake of clearing it. That's double commit there. Could be a chance for Portsmouth. He's going to try and pass it in.
Psycho wasn't quite in position for the pass.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rough pass, sort of half a shot, half a pass.
It wasn't the easiest.
Miss from Psycho there. This could be a chance.
Ooh, no one's there though. No one's there for the shot.
It's a tactical lead by Esper, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Good challenge, right?
Very good challenge. Good follow-up.
Exco, I suppose I'll call him.
Yeah, very good follow-up as well. And again, some pressure coming out from Groningen. They can keep some pressure on, but they do seem to be a bit too cautious in offense. It seems like
and that was a miss there. Was not needed. That's a good pass. Double commit on defense.
Nice deep though.
That's a bump. This could be a goal. That's another
bump. But, yeah. Both teams really don't want to overcommit. They're
done really well here though.
Yeah, they're doing
both
quite
teams
well.
Loads of time.
Yeah. Still need to find a goal for both teams. Yeah. Definitely, Groningen have definitely stopped Portsmouth from scoring. Like last game was 6 goals. I mean 5.
By this point, it was already like 3 goals to them or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. So Groningen have definitely done a very good job calming the offense of Portsmouth. But no team really has had that many threatening opportunities on the other side's net.
Yeah, it's just a lot of booming clears or messed up offense.
Yeah, very, very defense heavy. They're very cautious. Don't want to take any risks to the play. which can come back to bite you if you do it too much, because it just means that you're wasting your opportunity.
Oh. One thing that Groningen has got to stop doing is when they clear off the backboard, they keep hitting it almost directly up into that little crook of the ceiling, and it just bounces down into the middle for Portsmouth. They've really got to sort that out, otherwise that's just going to lead to goals.
Yeah, it just gives shot opportunities to.
Awesome mistake from Geordie there.
Yeah, just left
Well
the goal.
covered.
Ooh, nice pass to Cycle.
Oh, this could be a nice play. Oh, there we go.
There's the first goal. That was a very nice passing play by Geordie and Psycho. But you can ask yourself why there's two people in there. Then somebody has to go up for it to stop that easy shot from coming in.
Yeah, when it's like that, you need someone on the backboard, and if you're on the ground, you just have to go for it.
Yeah.
Because
you can't leave someone of the caliber of Geordie to.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's big boy Geordie. Like,
yeah, he's going to score it.
He's gonna bury that.
Yeah.
At least 20% of the time.
I mean, in that situation, if no one's coming up, you can just take your time as well. You don't even have to go for it as fast as possible, which means you can just decide where to put it on your way and like just bang it top corner, and no one's stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, Timotheus, pretty good push down there with no boost. This could be a chance for them, but Geordie Unknown with throws himself in the way of danger there. That's a nice infield pass, but Espen's just sat there waiting for it.
It was a very, very good read by Esper. Just saw the passing lane and got in the way.
That's a strong challenge from Esper. A bit risky though. Oh, if he can pass that, then well.
He tried, but he didn't have any boost off the ceiling.
That's a bang, and it's just.
And
yeah.
that's on the floor. Well, it was much closer this time. Only one goal separating the two teams. Definitely a more defensive game than game one. Quite a few less passes than in the first game, I found.
Yeah, there was definitely, and the other thing was, I felt like the teams were definitely on like a more even level, and I think that's partly Groningen getting better, but I feel like that was maybe a bit of a sloppy performance from Portsmouth in defense. They were still trying to do stuff on offense, like Psycho was trying to do cute little backflip passes on the corner, but they felt a bit more panicked in defense.
Yeah, it wasn't they would make mistakes, mechanical or rotational, and then they would manage to recover and stop the goal from going in, but it was, as you say, quite sloppy. I'm quite their offense, except for that goal they scored, which was a very, very nice passing play. It was a bit less creative than the first game, where they just seemed to pass for everything every time they passed. Where here they quite often, like Geordie was passing to no one because
they often had just one player up.
Yeah,
and there was no one recovering. I feel like that could have been a problem with Boost, where they didn't have the other team were having Groningen had a lot more pressure that game, so maybe Portsmouth were a bit more Boost starved than they were in the first game, so they were a bit less inclined to push forwards.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Quite often they would clear their ball, but they didn't have the boost to follow up, basically. Well, let's see if Groningen can win this game.
Pass too.
No one's there to follow. Just have to kick off.
It's probably better that I was gonna say it's probably better that they didn't follow, because it wouldn't have been the best position.
No, it wasn't obviously gonna happen.
Yeah, I did a bit there.
Demo by Psycho.
I don't know what Esper's doing. He just falls in front of the camera. Could have been a nice pass to Psycho there. Little mistake. Esper's up, but he's not anywhere close to that. Oh, it's a miss from Psycho.
And it's an open net.
Open! Oh,
Esper recovered in time. Shot just came in a bit
for a
slowly.
pass, but his team is just not there. Bit of miscommunication. It's a good dunk. Could come down.
Yeah.
Went for another dunk. Went for another bump there.
Lots of pressure by Groningen. It's what kept them so close in the last game, was all this pressure, but they need to find a way to score. They've only scored one goal this series, and you really need to score a few more if you're going to beat Portsmouth.
Yeah. Esper seems to be a bit sort of haphazard at the moment, sort of throwing himself around a little bit too much where it's not needed. It's a bit of an awkward pinch there. Speaking of Esper, a little under dunk into a demo.
Wow,
into a double demo.
Wow. Esper, yeah, he hears you criticizing him. He's like, nah, I'll show you how it's done. Demo's one, bumps the second, leaves Psycho with Nice shot.
I mean, that's
Nice.
meta Rocket League right now. You get a 50-50 and you're like, right, instead of rotating, I'm just going to bump and demo, and it leads to a goal.
Yeah. Very, very nice bumps. Ooh, another
Speaking
bump
of a
there.
bump, Jordi unknown.
Ooh,
Oh,
what
that's
a
a great
save.
save.
Spike the
Look at
bump, gets back.
that. Bit too slow there.
Yeah, another demo.
You had a player in the middle, Psycho with a little pass to Jordi. Oh, they do well to get that. They weren't in the best position, but they covered well. Psycho's up. It's probably a goal.
Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. It was nice pass from Jordi into the center. Again, no one's up to challenge him. And you can just see. I mean, Exco tries to go up the back, but he realizes he's too slow, and then puts himself in
Coach
that
was
position.
sitting in there.
Yeah.
Like, he was not in a position to be able to do much against that unless it literally landed on his roof.
It was just some bad position slash. Probably
That's a
miscommunication.
great clear by Exco for the other team there.
Yeah,
They
just
get
Groningen with some defensive mistakes. Just not quite. They probably would be a bit disappointed because they really feel like they could
Ooh.
probably. Ooh.
That was some great speed from
Coach.
Exco, which led to Coach doing a little pass here.
Yeah,
That was nice.
it was a very nice pass as well, beating out
Takes it
Jordi.
around Jordi, yeah. And Esper just not there in time. That was a nice play. See, if they can do more stuff like that, then
Yeah,
they
they-
have a chance at just, coming back and like maybe a
Taking it.
reverse sweep. But
Yeah, they just have to clean up the defense and get a few more goals in because that's.
and then, they do a nice passing play and then they do a clear like that. It's like they're just not, and then they do a miss like that. It's just not. There's no consistency with this team.
Yeah, it does feel like they're trying, but they're sort of
Oh.
panicking a bit too much.
And the fact that that was nearly a goal just breaks my heart. Oh, and he's stuck on the post there. Exco's done well here though.
Yeah, not allowing Portsmouth anything there.
Esper kind of gave it back to them, but then once again they gave it back to Portsmouth. Little pass down to the middle for Esper.
Ooh, was a good passing play, but Esper couldn't get it on target.
It's unfortunate. They just bang this wide straight to Esper. Exco can take this though. Put it high
Yeah.
again.
It's quite difficult to clear it in these positions because Portsmouth are doing a really good job of stuffing them in, and they just don't have the boost to go up to these passing plays. And
Yeah,
so
well,
they're just trying
that's-
to get some boost basically, and they boom it so that they have time to reset. But
That's when you got to consider: is it worth the boom? Is it? But they've just demoed and bumped everyone out of the way. Is it
Ooh.
worth maybe taking a touch and slowing it down and let your team pick up the mini boost pads rather than just booming it and trying to pick up the big boost pads?
Well, the problem with slowing it down is that if Portsmouth reads that, you're just in a 50-50 with no boost, and then
Yeah.
they have everything. So
It's a tough situation to be in.
it's definitely, you definitely have to vary what you're doing, but it's just true that they are giving the ball back a bit too much. Like there, they had
Like
the
there,
space,
yeah.
and
He
they
had
just
time,
didn't
he
use
had
it.
space, he just hits Psycho. Even though Psycho has no boost, still manages to get a clip, get a dunk on it.
Yeah.
Psycho's going to bang this to the right. Oh, he's going to go again maybe. Him and Jordi both up at the same time. It's come down to Esper.
Ooh, he's last one back. Oh, but he gets the bump. Look
Makes a
at
mistake,
Esper.
doesn't matter, goes for a bump.
Yeah, he's gone to so many bumps and demos. It's really savage, to be honest. Every time he's finished with the ball, if it's from a mistake or because he's just done a pass or something, he'll just
Ooh, takes the pass there,
yeah.
pops it over Jordi. That was it's not a bad little play. Like he had the option for the pass there, which is alright. Jordi
I was-
maybe a bit early of a challenge, but he's in
I
a
was
rough
on his camera
situation.
view, and it really looked like he was going to pass, and the last second is just nope. I'll go for the nice shot.
Well, I think it's the first time they've been even in the score, so
But else than 0-0, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah.
Um,
If
yeah,
it lasts
I-
longer than 0-0s do.
Yeah, they definitely can take this match. They've scored the 2 last goals, so they definitely have the momentum on their side. But they have to, keep on getting some of these plays.
That could have been a goal just there. They gave Portsmouth so much time, but unfortunately Jordi just missed it. But oh, this is a chance. Big
Psycho
flip from
there.
Psycho. Little double commit there. This could be risky.
This
Passing
could be very
field.
bad. Oh, he couldn't quite reach it. That was very, very close.
Right, nice little overtime.
Yeah.
It's a chance for Robo to show what they're made of here. See if they can handle the pressure.
Yeah. Nice clear there.
Nice little pop from Geordie. XCO with a nice challenge.
Coach Face stays back.
That's a great touch by Psycho.
Psycho,
He doesn't
yeah.
bang it. He takes a touch so that he can then get another one.
Yeah, and it was very, he keeps it close to himself so that any
Oh,
chance
it's
on
way
it
too
makes
early
it
off the lip. Geordie with a nice challenge. Esper pushes it into the corner. He's probably going to go for a bump here. but he
Ooh,
tried.
Geordie. Whoa! I honestly thought he would be able to take it past that defender. Because he was coming in, he was so far back that...
Oh, Esper's showing off that he's 1900 right there.
There you go, nice read as well. Reading it off there with the curve is always really difficult, but he gets it there. And
Coach Face that was not the time for the batterboard, sadly.
no,
That was
I
the
don't,
time
I think
you have to jump and read that, but that's a very
yeah,
good read by them.
it's a very hard read. I think he didn't realize it was going to bounce straight down until he went up the backboard.
Yeah. Especially when
Yeah.
your camera's looking forwards and then it instantly snaps looking straight up and you're just there with your pants down. It's not the best situation.
Oh yeah, Groningen definitely showed that they could compete, but they had some sloppy defense at times, and they just need to try and, I think, read their opponents a bit more, try and understand that sometimes they have space and work with it. And I think that's the biggest criticism I can give them.
I'd say it's just inconsistency as well. Like they
Yeah.
have good plays on offense which led to their goals, but then other times, as you said, they just bang the ball away or just give the ball away or give Portsmouth just like years and years of time on the ball.
Yeah. I mean, they had some very, very nice passing plays in offense. We saw that in game one. Even though the accuracy was a bit off, that was honestly very promising. And we saw in this game, they definitely can score on some very good teams, but the defense is just a bit too scrappy for them to be taking down Portsmouth.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna have a break, and after this, I think we've got Lancaster versus either Northern Lions or Uwe.
It's Yui. Yui has beaten Northern Lions.
Oh, let's go Uwe.
Hell yeah. So yeah. Next up, Lancers versus UEC Stamps.
Alright.
play to win.
Hello everyone, we're back with Lankers A versus EURC Stags. So both these teams have a pro player on them, Trinactor for Lankers and Severdam for EURC Stags. So this could be a very, very interesting match, and very even, I imagine it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble when you have a pro on your team, or someone who is much better than the other players, is they get what I'll call the twitches, where they know they can beat their teammates to a ball even though it's not their ball, so they'll go for it and they'll double commit, and we're going to see which pro does that more. That's
I'm-
I think is going to be key.
I think so. I'm from Yuri, so I've actually played with Jordan, Sebadam, and Incognito before, and Sebadam is very. He doesn't do anything terribly fancy. He doesn't do any crazy things, but he's very good at knowing when and when not to go for the ball, and he's always there when he needs to be. And so I think that's not really going to be a problem, especially
Very
at
much the same
Incognito.
with Talacto, actually.
Yeah,
Played against him a lot last year.
Incognito and Jordan are also are quite good players. And Incognito's a very much a it's sort of same style. He's very good. He makes everybody he plays with play better. That's how I would describe him. And Jordan is the mechanical player on this team. I think he's very good at just doing these flip resets every so often and things like that. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game between these two sides.
We're going to stall for a bit longer because they are currently AFK, even though they're in the lobby. So nice.
I haven't been reading what they've been saying.
Yeah, probably for a good thing.
I'll yeah, forget that's fine. So otherwise, on Lycos A, we have Talacto, Deleterious Mac, and Films Free. Talacto is obviously a professional player. I think that's all I can really say about him.
Yeah, used to be a pro, and he still plays. He's still, I think he's like the 6th or 7th highest UK player in the leaderboards right now. Constantly over 2,000 rated. Pretty big boy. Though seems to nowadays play more Pokemon than he does Rocket League. I can understand that. Deleterious Mac, pretty solid player. I come up against him in ranked every now and then. Bit of a bim bam, but aren't we all? So I'm expecting that to be a lot of what this game will be.
Yeah. Are the players ready yet or not?
I'll have a look. Oh. That is a no.
So no, they're not. Okay.
That is a firm no right now.
Fair enough. Well, to get here, I might as well say how they got here. Yuri have just beaten Northern Lions Esports 3-1. That was on the mainstream, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas Lankers have had a bye because VCU Blue have disbanded, if I'm not mistaken. They have forfeited their place in the EURC because I think, I'm not mistaken, Rottweiler has stepped down and they've decided no longer to continue. So the UEC Stags might catch Lankers off guard because they've had a warm-up and Lankers haven't. But then again, maybe this prolonged break because of some player issues will
player issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Are they in?
It is now time to go, and let's play some games.
Let's play some games. Okay, sorry if I'm a bit biased on this one.
Yeah, I
trying
did
my
go
best
to
not
Yui
to
as
be.
well, so
Yeah, a bit of a biased podcast, but hopefully we won't be too bad.
nice little back right kickoff to start it off. Jordan makes a bit of a meal of it, but still gets it
Under
round.
Seven.
Sebadam was up really early for that. Oh, he
Ooh,
got
and
a
he did-
double.
and he
Pure
scored us a
sauce. Pure sauce right there.
Yeah. I feel like, Lankers haven't even had the time to wake up, and there's Sebadam already getting it past one.
Yeah,
Into the
15
open
seconds
net.
for a goal it's a bit of an eye opener right there.
Yeah. Sort of a wake up call for Lankers.
Yeah, Lancaster, from what I've heard of, I don't know if this is true, but I heard in the winter split they kind of fell off a little bit, as they used to be sort of one of the big dogs, and then they
Definitely did, yeah.
quiet.
I remember in my first season of NSC, it was definitely Lancaster was one of the teams to beat if you were in the top league.
Same
So.
with Loughborough when I was there, and now both teams have fallen off a little bit. Throwing shade there, of course, but
I mean, they're still in the EURC, so they're still definitely very, very good.
it's a good clear from Sebadam there. It's a nice read from Jordan as well. Sebadam with a dunk onto the backboard.
Incognito. Ooh, he gets
Well, it's
saved.
probably Oh, Jordan doesn't quite make it.
He couldn't quite get the angle.
Films got no boost here, sadly. Little double commit from them, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Nice pass to Sebadam.
Sebadam wasn't quite in position though. I mean, he just double committed, so it was a bit of a...
Oh, flip reset! Ah, sadly not.
He definitely can do them, so we might see, you know, flip reset from him.
If there was ever a game I'd expect to see flip resets in, it would probably be this one.
Yeah.
Demetrius Matt tries to pass it to Talacto, I think, but just didn't get the connection he wanted.
That was a very, very good clear by Incognito, not
Is
even
that a
jumping
goal?
off the ball. But, yeah, it is. Just, you know, a wide open net, overcommit, I guess, and pinches off.
Yeah. Just a neat, like, you know, Films takes a bad touch, Demetrius Matt challenges when he's not in a position to challenge, and Sebadam just hits it just behind Talacto to where he can't get it. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, and that could have been a goal straight back.
Yeah, Jordan was nice with the touch to take it away.
Yeah. Into the corner. Little double commit there, little panic on defense maybe. Talacto does well to recover. Ooh, a miss from Demetrius Matt.
I'm not sure what he was going for. He didn't even jump. Maybe he was just
I
hoping
think
to
he was
follow
trying
it
to
up.
take his little Ronaldinho touch, it just didn't quite work out. Oh, Jordan's done really well there.
Ooh,
I like
but
it though.
it saves.
Covers the
Incognito
holes
pass
in
down to
defense.
Jordan. Just bangs off the back wall. Ooh, a nice bump, but no one's
He
there.
keep banging off the backboard.
Yeah.
Jordan there again, really putting the pressure on. Try something a bit too nutty. We'll forgive him.
You can see,
Sebadam should go up for that. Oh, Sebadam got scared off by Jordan, who was on his team, being there.
Ooh, a nice goal by Films.
Ooh, Incognito really rushed this and tried to go for
He
it's
missed.
a really nice pass, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's worth rushing out there.
Well,
Maybe
I
it's
think
worth sitting in net.
in his view, I think he thinks Jordan is behind him in net, so he doesn't see any reason not to, basically.
Yeah, could be a case of miscommunication.
I think so. We also saw that both Incognito and Jordan were rotating both sides, making things a bit more awkward than they had to be. So I think that might have, you know, been an issue.
Yeah, but rotating under the ball is a problem you get at every single rank. So
Yeah, I mean it can quite
bit of
often
a
not
pass.
matter. Ooh. But quite often it will just make things more awkward, and in that case it definitely did. We just saw.
Franco, Talacto got a little caught out there. It's the second time that's happened. Sebadam. Ooh, it's a little double commit from Jordan, but he's done really well. Films on the backboard. Might be a pass to Incognito.
Ooh,
He's
he missed it. He didn't read the bounce.
Great
Oh,
pass from
nice pass
Sebadam,
down.
right back to him as well.
That was a touch, holding on to the ball.
Demetrius Matt did not get that boost, but it's going to be alright.
Sebadam.
Sebadam,
With it.
flip reset. Oh,
Very good clear by Sebadam.
oh, he
Gets
takes out
two
two.
as well.
Wow, but Jordan dives in, trying to get the pre-flip.
Ooh, that was.
They got a bit lost there, but he's recovered really well.
He's recovered very well. Yeah. Sebadam.
Sebadam. Bang.
Ooh, is that just gonna be in? Oh no.
Oh,
Ooh, that's.
Films got very lucky there. He fluffed up the defense quite a lot, but
Yeah, you fluffed out your offense there. It was very. Few of them in the same spot and not able to get a touch on the ball. That could've
Talacto
been
trying
very
something nutty
dangerous.
right there, taking him back to his team secret days almost. It wasn't team
Nice
secret.
Maybe?
Yeah, we're gonna go with yes. So I think it was him, Flame, and Extra. I want to say,
Possible.
but yeah. Back to the actual game at hand. And this pass to Sebadam, bangs it off the corner, straight to Jordan. Infield pass.
No. Went for backboard pass, but Talacto was there to defend it.
It's a great read by Talacto. He's just giving the ball away, but it's
Yeah.
recovered quite well. He's going for a bump, I think. But he's left his teammates in a bit of an awkward spot here.
Ooh, what a read by Jordan off the back wall.
Talacto, Demetrius Mack. Ah, it's not the pass he needed. He needed to pass that to Films.
It was still a quite good touch. I wasn't expecting it to be such a high pop. Even though it didn't go to one of his players, if that wasn't 10 seconds before the end, it started up a pressure play for them.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty close game, but
Well, it was a bit the goals seem to come sort of from
Haphazardly.
yeah. They like the first goal was Sebadam just falling on top of the ball and beating the last defender. It sort of was unexpected.
called
50
sleeping,
seconds in.
honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So it felt a bit. And second goal was a pinch goal from Sebadam that just went over the defense. So it felt Yui's goals felt a bit. I won't say lucky, but a bit. They weren't coming from offense and passing plays and things like that. They were coming from just capitalizing on Lanka's mistakes, and Lanka's stopped doing those mistakes by the end of the game, and they got a goal back as well. So I'm interested to see how this one's going to play out because
Yeah, it was for the RLCS season I was thinking of. It was Tylacto, Flame, and Tigray. That's what it was.
you got two of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
God damn it! Such a bad caster.
I mean, I didn't know either. So
Anyway, back into game 2 here. Still
let's
diagonal
see.
kickoff to start us off. Are we going to see a back right?
Quite. Oh, who knows?
Might have been from films. Wasn't the cleanest one, but oh, I do not like that go from Demetrius Mac.
Just trying to add more pressure on.
Okay. Yeah, Tylacto's too fast for that. He's going to try again. Sebadam versus. Oh, Tylacto's got it past him.
No,
Oh, that's just such a bad challenge by Demetrius Mac. He's left his team in a really bad position.
He's
I mean, it's
trying to
Tylacto,
add.
but
He's
still.
trying to add pressure onto the defense to be like, if you mess up, I will be there. But
Yeah, but that's the trouble is like that's just it's a low percentage play. Like they're already up for that. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
nice shot from depth. Like
They
they're
shoot
already
it.
on the backboard. Like it's just
It
not
is a
worth
bit-
it.
I would tend to agree with you, but sometimes it's good to to add some pressure on. Even though I must have admit on that one I must have. I don't
Yeah,
agree
yeah,
with it.
I will give you that. There are definitely times when adding pressure on is fine, but on that one, I'm pretty sure they'd hit the ball before it even jumped.
Yeah, fair enough.
Little double commit there. Jordan with a pass
Ooh.
back. Oh, he's a bit
He
risky
saw the
there.
double commit. He saw the double commit by Yuri. Oh, it just bounces off the post.
Yeah, his team didn't have any boost there. Oh, that's a double commit from Films and Demetrius Mac.
You can either
The nice clear, but oh, he's dunked by Sebadam. Incognito's kind of sitting under Sebadam. Not the best positioning from him.
He was
Jordan had no
trying-
boost bang.
trying to be there for the pass, but he had no boost, so he was sort of sitting there not doing much.
Yeah, well, if he was leaning for the pass, he could have been in the middle. Also, a bit of a mistouch from Tylacto, I think, there. Sebadam tries to dunk on him, but Demetrius Mac holds firm. Tylacto.
Ooh, it was a nice
Great
play
pop.
for Jordan, yeah.
Oh, it's a
Sebadam
bit
up.
awkward.
Ooh, double tap. Ooh.
Oh, it's a miss from Demetrius Mac. Straight to Films. Demetrius can beat him there. Ooh. He let his nose down a bit. I think he might have beaten him.
I think Jordan was going for a bit more of a block than a goal. I think he would have had a touch, but I must admit, could have had a better 50, yeah.
It's a good clear to
Films.
Films.
Oh, it's
Demetrius
over.
is up. Oh,
Sebadam was a nice back ball read. They're always so difficult to get.
little double miss there. Tylacto did well to block the ball in the first play though. It's a nice touch from Incognito.
And this is
Oh, that's a
I
great
reckon-
flake from Mac.
this sort of play we're seeing is a bit more expected from game one. To be honest, I don't feel like any team has had that many key opportunities. There's been one or two, like Tylacto hitting the post, but nothing's been that
It's a
friendly
lot more
for either
even
team.
game. This
Yeah,
is,
definitely.
It's better Rocket League.
Yeah, Lancers have cleaned up their defensive mistakes that gave the Yui the win last game, so
Oh,
it's
this is
much
rough.
more even.
Ah, he's done well.
Ooh,
Done
straight
well.
to 7 though. Is it high? Oh, that's
Chance with
open.
that demo, but done
Jordan.
really well.
Jordan knew about it and just stopped it immediately.
Ground pinch. Oh, just wide.
Number one. Finito tries to put it back down.
Demetrius Mac misses. Tylacto tries to recover it for him. Does well. He can get that off the backboard. Ah, Flint. Film's already up there. That's nice.
Ooh, that was a nice pass.
Nice
Incognito
play
read
by
it.
Incognito. He's going to try and get a bump on this, I think. Oh, he jumped. Needed to jump there, Mac. But that's alright. That's alright.
Hey, it's good pressure on.
Oh, that's a good read. I like that. Cheeky.
We're starting to see some pressure put on by Yuri, but they're not passing enough in my
It's a good fake there by Tylacto.
very good fake. Just gets Incognito right out.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to try and hit that down from the near post. Delicious Mac with a clear to Tylacto. Tylacto bangs it up. Sebadam's waiting on the wall for him.
Good last one.
Wins it.
Ah,
I like the idea, but I just
Yeah.
needed a little more touch on that.
yeah, it was a very, very good idea to pass it. It's just execution is not quite there for Mac.
Ooh, that's a great block though. Does not falter in the one-on-one. Maybe a miss from Tylacto or a fake. We'll call it a fake because he
I think it was
won
a
the
fake
ball.
because he saw Jordan going up and Jordan definitely got faked by it.
Nice little pop from Films. Jordan up though. Sebadam's up as well. Try something really ambitious. Ooh.
Seven tried something there, and I think what I'm hoping to see.
Oh,
Ooh,
that was just poor to watch.
that was just a gap in defense. It just
Oh, I don't know what Tylacto shouldn't have turned around there. I think, and
yeah.
Films just threw himself all the way from back post to the front play. I think I'll say that's Films' fault. He needed to just have patience and sit back post.
It's quite difficult in his position because from his point of view, he wants to rotate in. He wants to be part of the action. He doesn't want to sit around the net. But the problem is that there was just the two other players were both in the corner, and it just meant that.
That's the thing. As you say, you do want to play, but you just can't do that.
It was like I don't think it's only Fion's fault. I think he definitely shouldn't have gone, but it was.
Oh, that's a great play.
That was a nice play. But it was definitely like the two other players should have done something else. Just both of them in the same corner, not moving, is never good anyway. So.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, that's a great finish. But...
That's a great finish. By
I mean, I think that's shut out this game right now. So yeah. It's a rough position to be in for Films, definitely. But I mean, they just seem like both teams seem to be playing all right, but it just seems to be that UEC stags seem to have that little bit more sort of cohesiveness as a team, and that little bit more sort of like definitely a higher level of pressure as well.
Yeah, definitely. They've definitely been in Lanka's half for most of the game. You can see 8 shots to 2. It's all the pressure has been on Lankers, and I'm waiting to see more passes from UEC stags.
5 saves to 1 as well.
Yeah, I mean, Sea Stags sort of just their first goal was just from another Lankers mistakes. I mean, after so many shots, you're gonna say it's gonna happen. The second goal was much nicer in my point of view. It was just a bit more of a passing play, a bit more of them forcing the issue and not just waiting for it. And for Lankers, if they get their defense act together, they can definitely put pressure on Yui, because Yui is not really creating that many chances else than the chances that are given to them by Lankers.
I do think that Lankers are being, maybe all three of them, are being a bit sort of gung-ho in the midfield and just going up for balls and going for challenges when it's just not the opportune time to go for it.
Yeah, they may be trying to outpace Yui, and that's just not working. And Yui is a team that will probably play quite smart. Sebadam and Incognito are both players which I would consider much, more on the less mechanical and more brainsy than especially than Jordan, I think, which is quite the inverse. And that's probably showing because they're not giving any space. They're not making any errors for Lankers to punish.
I do like the way Jordan is playing. He's playing very aggressive, but he's not completely like grand plat. Oh, that's a great pass for Delicious Mac. That little pinch at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And you see there, Jordan just rotating the same size of the ball, just gets an unlucky touch on it, and it just goes out. A nice pass.
I have no idea how that didn't sort of just pinch miles across the goal, but.
Lankers were takedowns, yeah. Just as I said, you don't make mistakes. That was a mistake there by Jordan.
Yeah. Nice there.
But the Jordan has played he is an aggressive player. He will play that aggressive style, and I think it works extremely well when he's playing with two players like Sebadam and Incognito.
Yeah, you can't have a team with everyone on defense. Otherwise you end up like.
What a shot by Jordan! Look.
Speaking of playing aggressive.
Look at that.
Delicious Mac had no chance on that in
No.
the slightest.
That was. Oh wow. Incognito was the top corner shot, and then actually no, it's Jordan with the shot. That was
Surprise, motherfucker.
That was quite something.
Oh, it's a nice demo in there. But Seven down with a big clear. He's been given loads of time on that as well.
Yeah.
When he touched the corner. Jordan, nice bit of patience there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not all been bam. Oh,
Yeah. He knows when to wait for people to give him the ball.
mark of a true player. Seven down there with a nice tackle on Tyler. Oh, God.
Seven with
Yeah,
the goal
good
again.
tackle. But I don't think this should have got this far.
And
It's
again,
a mission back.
It's a disorganization. There was a
Yeah.
player that rotated in front post, and it means that the player in net doesn't know if he should go for it. It's really rough when your two
Yeah.
players are in one corner, because you don't know if should you go for it, should he go for it?
Hey,
And there's
exactly that.
confusion. Yeah.
And then you get caught in net, waiting for your teammate. Your teammate misses, and it just doesn't lead to anything.
Yeah.
Bit of a miss from Seven down there, but
Ooh, it is a
hammers it off the crossbar.
bit too high. Yeah.
Lucius Mag giving him quite a bit of space on the ball. So over one. Films a nice little intercept there. Trying a little too fancy a play tried there by Lucius Mag. Well, not from Lucius Mag, from the Lancaster boys in general.
And Lancaster definitely can come back in this one. They definitely had their defensive, like they definitely, without their defensive mishaps, they definitely could be in this one. So they definitely can come back if they just fix up their defense.
This is definitely one of their better. This is definitely one of their better games that they've played.
Yeah. The goals that
Way
you
there.
have been scoring this game have been,
Yeah, they've been very nice.
yeah, they've been forcing the issue. This is what I wanted to see from them, and I'm happy that they've
I'm
come
sure
out
you
and
did.
done it.
I like to tries to bang it up the line. Films is there, but he's on the wrong side of it, sadly. Max last man.
He did it twice to get it dunk, but just bound to boost. And again, some pressure by Yuri. There are 8 shots to 1 this game. You can just really tell, you know, all the pressures on Lancers.
Oh, that could have been a chance for a goal. It's just really well cleared by Sebadan. Puts it onto the backboard. Incognito's up. He's going for a pass, I think. Oh no, he's not.
A
He's
shot.
got the drop down.
Oh, and there you go, perfect shot as well.
I thought he was going to lean back and go for a pass middle, but
And he
Right.
just spots no one's in there and goes for it. I didn't think he was going to get the read. I thought he jumped a bit too much to the right, but he just corrects himself and gets a very nice drop down into the net. And there you go, just a
oh, that's
football
another one. Oh god.
kickoff goal by Severdam. And this is what's going to happen if you allow so much pressure on you. I mean, this is just a nice kickoff goal, but like the goal before, it's just like 10 shots to 2. You know, yeah, it's hard to win games if you're getting outshot that many.
Yeah, a kickoff should not go like that. That's the thing. Like, unless you're trying to do a back corner kickoff. I don't want to cast as cursed, but this feels almost over at this point.
It does.
There's
I
still
don't
2
know.
minutes left, but
I mean, I must.
there's no blue player inside the goal cam there.
No, I don't know. Like again, it's another kickoff goal. What is happening with these kickoffs? I was just like, there's just no one's back. They haven't gotten back into it. And another goal.
This is just it's gonna be a Brazil. There's no one challenging that. Like
Yeah.
it's a great pass from Jordan, but look, there's just Films is getting the corner boost, Tylacto's sitting in goal, and Demetrius Mack is just sort of driving across the goal. There's no it's hard to pressure on it. It's really hard when it's like that. Come off your backboard, but you need someone to go for that.
Yeah, and you'd expect Lancers to have someone. They seem to just sort of crumbled in the last minute.
Yeah.
Because like that's been 4 goals, I think, in the past minute.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
not what you expect, and it's a bit like it's a bit surprising, to be honest. I just, you know, and Yui have just taken the goals that have been given to them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Lancaster were playing quite well until 4 goals just went in, really, almost instantly.
Yeah, and it's sort of out of nowhere as well. It's just,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
credit,
they weren't
credit
pressure
to Yui
plays;
for,
they were just
yeah,
plays. That's a mystery.
credit
Sadly.
for Yui for getting the shots on target and getting the open nets, but like you shouldn't. Lancaster
Yeah, they've
shouldn't
been well
be.
placed shots. Like
Yeah. But I really feel like
pressure
Lancers
right
shouldn't
now
be
is
giving
Yui.
this. But Lancers have stopped the bleeding, at least. Let's see if they can.
Get the ball out of their half is the first thing to start with.
Yeah.
Bit of a mistouch from Incognito there, but Jordan follows up quite well. And there, it's clear. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bills,
Ooh,
chance for a shot.
Should we-
Oh,
oh,
so
my-
that's a
triple
quad
commit.
commit there.
Yeah. True commit by all the Yuri boys. I think it's fair to say this game is over already. Like you can't really score 5 or 6
Brazil.
goals in 30
Brazil.
seconds.
It's all over.
Yeah. And yeah, some
Films with a great pass there. It was a rough position for him. I think he's maybe gonna like jump off the wall and try and backflip it, but you know, once you're facing towards your own net and it's a play like that, it's almost already over.
And yeah, this game has been just Yui just taking the opportunities they've been given, and Lanka's they've had all the pressure, so it's been. I mean, Yui have all the pressure, so it's been really hard for Lanka's to get anything going.
Yeah, speed of Sever down there into Jordan. That's a good read. Little double commit, but don't think it matters too much.
Yeah. At this point,
I think that's going to be left on the
Yeah.
Brazil.
yeah, that's a rough game for.
That's
for-
going to be
for
pretty
Lanka.
tilting.
Yeah, they played very well in the second game. Even in the first game, after the initial first minute, they were playing very well. But I think they'll be annoyed at this one. They shouldn't have lost, and they definitely should not have lost this badly. They definitely can do better, and they've shown that they can do better. But
Honestly, to me, I'm guessing that after that, once the third goal went in, that their comms just went dead.
yeah,
There was very little that was going on at that point.
yeah. I think I agree with you. They seemed to have no communication, especially just after kickoff, and it just allowed the goals in. And
But that was two.
Yui-
What was it? 2 goals off kickoff, almost back to back.
Yeah, it was 2 kickoff goals back to back.
And then the goal, and then for the last 3 goals, when you watch the goal count, there just wasn't anyone in net.
Yeah.
And I mean that's just saw on the replay there. That was a nice little touchdown, but from Jordan, and they scored nice goals, but just
It was just open nets. Yeah, exactly. I see what you mean. It was hard it was just Yui was taking the open nets, and Lankers were just giving them, especially in the last game.
yeah. And as you said right at the very first game, there was just very little Lancaster passing.
Yeah.
There was some Yui passing, but some is much more than none.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Yui won that because they had all the pressure, and even though I would like to see more passing from them in their future matches, if they really want to try and make a deep run, I think they're going to have to get a bit more passing plays in, give a bit more infield passes and offense. They're very good at keeping the pressure in, and that's something that's definitely going to help them. And Lancasters, if they want to get better there, they just need to work on their defense. They just have to communicate more, get better rotations in defense, and try and keep pressure on offense, because they didn't have any pressure against Yuri in that game.
Anyway, I think we're about to go for a break, but when we come back, we're going to be Kit SC Lawnmowers versus Warwick A.
Yep. So, see you
Exciting
then.
game.
Bye.
And we're back with Lawnmowers versus Warwick. So Lawnmowers are Walden, Alistair, Cat Whisperer, and Gopher, whereas Warwick are Matey, Pads, and Arno. Lawnmowers are one of the favourites to win this competition. They looked very, very strong during the qualifiers, and they just swept their way here. So they've been looking extremely strong. However, Warwick they're the sort of team that shows up when it needs it the most. So they might just show up and blow people away. But I think we can safely say Lawnmowers are the favourites in this matchup.
Yeah, I have zero information on either team, so I am completely clueless to how this is going to go, which makes it all the more exciting. Are we going to watch, the game like we just had, where one side just claps the other side, or is it going to be a little more even? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we will definitely have to see while we get this game sorted out. And it starts.
Oh, it's Big Boy Walden!
Yeah.
Okay, I know Walden. Very known amongst me and my friends for, he practices his cooksear pinches quite a bit. So we may see one of them being whipped out.
He is in the Batmobile, so perfect car to do it.
Great dunk already. Got to whip yourself that. He didn't use it. That's up.
I think he might just not quite have had it, to be honest. I think it was 3 wheels, not 4.
Oh, pads with it. Very aggressive dunk and a boost steal.
Bit of a lucky spawn there, but
that's a great
first goal for Warwick.
It's very aggressive, and I like it. It's already more entertaining than the last season we had.
Very aggressive. Just start off the bat, catching Warwick off guard.
I say that's exactly what happened. Oh, that's a great, but like he just sort of tackles it through by Walden.
There you go. Warwick was immediate response.
I was gonna say, like last series, one of the teams got caught off guard by a really early goal, but they didn't just do what Walden did. They didn't get it straight back. So
yeah, this is a nice response. That's what you want to see. If you get caught sleeping, you want to go, well, you're also going to get caught sleeping. Here, have another goal.
Yeah.
You want to respond as fast as possible.
He got slapped back.
Oh,
Dan
Dan was coming in. Yeah.
But sadly, third man was a little too far back. Maybe he's decided it was not the most opportune play.
Ooh, that touch. That's over one.
The sidewall. I think his Gopher's taking his time.
Gopher tries to get it past one. Matey. Off the scene. Oh, and that was a double commit. There should be a goal. And it's missed! Pad was the miss on the open net. Had so much time on it.
Yeah. I think he just tried to play it too quickly.
Yeah.
I like that card design. Alice the Cat Whisperer Meow.
Got a name as well. Matey, nice pass to Pad, but shot is off target again.
Bit of a sticky situation. Gopher tries to take it outside, but Paz just smashes through that. Arno, he's up. Double.
Oh, he misses it. It looked like he had it there.
Challenging shot.
It is. It's very, very difficult to get those double taps.
Good pass.
Very good pass. Matey couldn't quite get it.
Alice with a little pass to Walden. Should be actually Alice the Cat Whisperer Meow. Little pass to Walden.
Ooh, nice.
Alice the Cat Whisperer Meow with a nice shot.
Matey was a good save.
Gopher plays it infield. Walden's up.
And there's the second goal for Warwick. Warwick have showed up to play.
Yeah. Walden made that a bit more difficult than he needed to because he was pretty close, but he was up really fast for that. It's a great shot.
Yeah. And I was thinking Lawnmowers would just come in and give us another sweep, but Warwick have I'm going to try and prove me wrong here.
Yeah, they're coming out swimming. Swinging.
Swimming in the fear of their opponents.
Exactly.
Maybe another
goal.
goal.
Round two nearly there. Has lands with the wall. That's great recovery onto the wall. And a dunk as well. Walden with the crossfield pass. Alice the cat whisperer meow. Takes it onto the ceiling.
Ooh.
I'm being
Inch
active
off
in
the
Discord
ceiling,
for
is
some
that
reason.
in? And
Oh,
there
Alice the
it
cat
is.
whisperer meow. Straight to Gopher.
Yeah, you can call her Alice, or him, sorry. I don't know. Him or her. That was a nice pass down to Gopher.
One sec. I'm AFK for half a second. I'm literally being spammed in Discord. Literally casting EURC. There we go.
Well,
Okay, we're back.
very,
We're back.
very nice plays by Warwick so far.
Has beats out Gopher. Alice the cat whisperer meow. Oh, decides not to go for it. Gopher. He could beat
Alright.
there, but he took his time a little bit.
Stick up there first and go it past. Oh, that's a miss. But Walden as well misses the.
I understand where Warden's coming from. You're not expecting someone to miss that ball.
No.
Arno with the passing field to Matei.
That's a nice pass, but Walden's back in defense. Hands to Arno. Ooh, nice passing play, but again, too weak of a shot. And we're starting to see the passing plays that lawnmowers are so good at. They were so solid on these passes last time I saw them that it was extremely impressive because it just felt like they could crack through any defense. And we're starting to see some of that in this game.
Yeah. Good clear from Alice the cat whisperer meow. Warden tries to push it forwards. Arno with a good block there. Nice 50.
Nice pinch by
Oh.
Gopher.
You can tell he's just yelled cooks as he goes for that. Warden on the wall.
I thought
Kill
Walden
him
was the
with
one I was doing the coach evictions.
Maybe he's been sharing his teachings. Oh, it's a great little passing play.
Ooh, it is.
Don't like that
but
double commit, but
Walden was greedy there. I think he should have left it for Gopher.
they could have gone for it. They could have gone for a pinch there, but
Pick it up.
oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that's such a sick recovery. What the fuck?
Arno is there. Gets bumped, doesn't matter. He just press power slide and then just. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
It's nuts.
Absolutely beautiful by Arno.
I saw him get bumped and I was like, nah, the play's over. He just gets bumped so perfectly into it. I was like, ooh.
It was great pass by Paz as well to give him
Yeah,
the ball.
it was. Pass in field from Arno here.
He
Oh,
just goes for the shot.
greedy. It's good clear from Walden. He's really banged that. Bill, he does well.
Nice save by Paz.
Gets his saviour medal.
Ooh, I think
Something
they're
like
trying to
that.
pass.
Or like
think
in
they're
the
trying to
table
pass
with
to
the
Matty, but-
bump there.
Matey. Wasn't there.
Chance for a little backboard read here. Kind of fluffed it. Matey, Matei.
So you went out for boost. I think that's not quite the touch you wanted. But Walden gets there
51.
first.
Alice the cat whisperer meow. Up, wins the 50.
Walden.
Ooh. Warden went late there. I understand that though.
I think he was trying to read the miss, but then.
Yeah. It's rough. Still a chance here. There's a pass into the middle.
It's just off target. Oh, but it bounces upwards.
That is a bit of a
That
Psionics
is-
moment.
Oh, couldn't quite get there. Well, Warwick, come out of the gates, and
That's the
full
best
gun
game we've
blazing.
seen so far today.
yeah,
It's
it was
kind of
very,
embarrassing as well.
very, very good
But that
game
was
with
still
both
good.
teams. Yeah,
Like,
London
there
was coming back at the end of that game there. Warwick's just sort of, I think, surprised Longmowers in the first few minutes. They came out really swinging, really all guns blazing, and Longmowers took a bit more time to get into it, but they did score some very nice goals, especially Arno with that insane redirect.
I think the best thing about that game is, as you can see, like that is what 5 saves to 6 and
10 shots to
9
line,
shots.
yeah.
That's really even. Like that's the most even game we've had by miles. That's really good to see. Like, and you can see it in the game as well. It's not like there's just false stats. It really was like quite back and forwards.
Yeah, it felt
Right.
very, very even between these two teams. So yeah, the series could be very interesting.
Anyone's game. Was that a
So after
story?
this game one, I said at the start that that Lawnmowers were the favourites for this one, but after this first game, do you think that's still the case? Do you think, or do you have belief in Warwick? After this
I think they're still the favourites, but I reckon Warwick could take this series. Like they just if they step it up a little bit more, I reckon that it could be done. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I think this will be the telling game because
yeah.
I reckon one of the teams will either step up or one of them will step down. Because that's what we've had in the last few series, where that we've had these even games or these even moments in games, and then one team has just sort of stepped down a little bit.
Yeah, we should see is this. Will almost just come guns blazing now and be like, okay, we can't. These guys are good. We need to actually play and play well. Not that they weren't in the first game, but
Yeah, of course.
will they come crushing? Is what I mean.
I mean, currently this is just. Yeah, I was gonna say this is just all lawnmower.
Yeah, it almost was just all the pressure from the get-go and nice pass by Pads up to Arno, and he just nails that shot top corner.
There was. Yeah, Warwick were doing nothing there for a solid 5 or 6 seconds. Like, not 5 or 6 seconds, solid like 10, 15 seconds of just being smashed out by the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were just getting beat to every ball, and that's why Longwells are so good. They're just really fast, and they will get these passes to you know their teammates. So it's, yeah, I thought, well, it's gonna lead to goals, especially if you have all the pressure.
Exactly, you know.
And
At
Arno,
that point,
we tried.
oh, that's great by Walden.
That's brilliant double
Going
save.
off his Batmobile, basically just a giant paddle. Arno with a read. Oh, Esper would have made that. Esper would have made that.
They make a very sort of read in his game.
Even Esper's a 1900. Play into the corner there. As the cat whisperer meow has kind of fluffed it a bit.
Trying to
Get this again. Arno's very aggressive right now.
Arno's been I'm very impressed with him, to be honest. We saw last game he had one of those insane shots, and this game he's a goal scorer, and he just gets some really nice shots in.
They're just hitting the ball hard and roughly in the direction of their teammates.
And it's just working for them, yeah. They really feel like a team, and Arno really just feels like that shooter.
Yeah, even right there, that as you can see, they're still making these little like mistakes in defense. But as you say, oh god, that hurt my soul to watch. That's a lot of backing up.
I think he was waiting for the guy to pass.
But yeah, as you say, they are playing as a team, and as you see, they're passing, and as you say, they're playing as a team. And so even though they're making these, you know, these little mistakes, because they're playing as a team, they can like recover from it, and get these goals and get these saves.
Yeah, that's a goal from Matt, just squeezing it in, not allowing Walden another save like he got earlier in the game. And yeah, it just feels like Runwalls have ramped up the speed in this game compared to the last one, and it's Warwick are just having trouble keeping up. But we did see, oh god, if that was on target, that would be nuts.
Chances. Oh, that's not that. That's.
Oh wow.
That's not what you want to see.
I mean, look at that pass by Arno. That's insanely good pass. He's facing the ball the other way. He goes towards the net and still manages to pass to Matthew on the side. Well, that's really impressive. And Matthew was a brilliant shot.
It's also really nice that they trust each other enough. I hope it's trust. They trust each other enough that they're there, waiting for a pass.
Yeah.
A lot of the teams we've seen so far today, even when they have Sebadam and Tylato in the net, they're not pushing forwards waiting for a pass. They're driving all the way back.
Yeah, I agree. This is very. They trust each other a lot, and they are therefore passing, and that pass there, like you wouldn't expect a pass like that. I wouldn't, but Matty does, and they get the goal for it.
Oh, Alice the Cat Whisperer Meow bangs it in from the halfway line. There is fight in this Warwick team yet.
Definitely. That was a boomer by Alice. Sees the pass, sees that Arnold's a bit out of position, and just gets to open that goal.
Nice little pass from Gopher as well.
Yeah.
Just slots it in for him. Makes it nice and easy.
So yeah, Warwick with a sign of life in this game. They definitely can come back. We've seen them in game one having some nice goals, but might be. I feel like Longwells definitely have put up the pace in this game, and I think that's really causing Warwick some trouble.
Yeah, they're just like they do double commit like they just did, but they recover really well from it.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of the things is they probably have very good communication as a team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
bang!
what a shot by Matty! Wow.
Nick it and stick it. Stick on the postage stamp right there.
Just look at the accuracy. I mean, you can't hit any. That's pixel perfect top corner.
Saucy.
That's such a like you can't like as a defender. That's impossible to save. Such a good shot. And this is why they're one of the favorites. They just do that, and you know, how are you supposed to defend that?
Honestly, you're just not. like once the shot's like, oh no, it's a bit cheeky. It's a bit cheeky going for the Cook's pinch. Bit of a misread from Pads. Walden hits it into the corner. Gopher's there. Gopher misses. Alice the cat was from me out onto the backboard of the 50-50.
I'm impressed you're still saying Alice the cat was from me out.
Any excuse. I'm gonna get faster at it. I've got hopefully another game after this. Oh, that is just a little bit sloppy there. Alice the cat was from me out. Oh. Gopher just sort of falls off the corner of the post.
Yeah, it was a bit of like I think Warwick a bit outsped there, and two of them in net. One of them has to go. They're just being caught out, and
caught their pants down a little bit. Yeah, situation.
And Matty just takes advantage and gets again perfect accuracy shot into the goal.
And obviously, no.
Passes down to Pads.
Boo.
At this point, they might as well go for 50 sets. I think this game is in the bag for them.
I mean, one of the troubles I find is, especially in the dark worlds of regionals in NSE, is when you start clapping people, that's when it's risky because you let yourself go. So while I am booing that they didn't go for a flip reset, if they start relaxing, this game is like, you know, that was a bit of a massacre, but these games are still somewhat close enough. But
yeah,
that's a okay. I might have to take all of that back because that is a lot of shots.
13 to
13
3.
versus 3, and that's what 8 saves versus 2.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they felt Warwick definitely came out guns blazing in the first game and took that win, but a lot more just seemed to have sped things up, and Warwick, I really feel like, are struggling to keep up, and that's why we've seen some of their defensive mistakes, especially when they're under pressure for the entire game. Basically, you know, 3 shots to 13. That's, you know, they're in their own half for all of it. So
yeah, they really struggled to get the ball out. There was a lot like they're being boost starved, and like they're not when they go for big clears, they give it away, and then when they go for big clears and sometimes they miss it, it's a weak clear, and it just gives it straight back to the other team. It's a very tough situation to be in, but it's a situation you've got to learn to adapt to these situations and to get around them if you want to, you know, win EURC or.
yeah.
Oh, that's a high ping from Matei, 712. Okay, it's coming down now.
I think it might have just out-tabbed or something. But no, for Warwick, they really need to find a way to keep pressure in Longmore's half. I would say if you can't keep up with the pace, try and slow things down. Try and, you know, do maybe a few more solo plays, but like not only that, and get some good 50-50s. Just slow things down so that you have control of the pace.
Just yeah, exactly. Just don't boom the clear every time.
Yeah,
like, that's what every team this like tonight is. Oh wow,
that is a read and a half.
Cheeky dump. But yeah, that's what most of the teams have done. Like these games, they've just boomed every clear. Just gone for a boom, a boom, a boom, and that's Alice the cat was from me out. Just hits it into nowhere.
I mean, there I think he's trying to go for the pass, but it's
not a good enough pass. His teammates aren't good enough positions.
Yeah, it's hard because here, I mean, Longmores are making, like, they are punishing everything there. Longmores are just
swarming like rats all over Warwick.
Punishing, that they are not letting them get out of their half, and it feels like nothing. There's nothing Warwick can do. It feels like
even right there when. Like, Lawnmowers made a big mistake and they lost pressure. Like, Warwick just couldn't get it out of their half, even when the other team didn't have pressure. It's a bit of a whiff from Arno. It's a great pass from Matty.
Yeah, and it's allowed Warwick to get out of their half. First
Let's see
time
how
they're out
long
of
that
their
half
half.
lasts.
Yeah,
Okay,
it didn't
well,
last very long.
can they recover from this? Matty trying to do something, I don't know what. It's a nice shot from Arno. Pads is up. Can get a double. Lands on the wall.
Couldn't quite give it.
Tries
Matty,
something.
ooh, gets a bit of a off touch, but no one was expecting it. Oh no. I mean, sorry, pass.
Great flick there from Arno. That's another great flick from Arno.
Yeah.
Matty hits onto the wall. Alistair Catwish from Real sat there with no boost. Does well off the backboard though.
Yeah, good read.
Oh,
Nice
it's a
play,
poor pass from Arno. That would have
Yeah.
been such a nice play.
it was a nice initial pass, and it was a nice idea to go for the pass, but it was just a bit of lack of execution there. Again, all the pressures on Warwick. You know, they've tried slow playing, they've tried, you know, booming. Nothing really works.
Yeah, it's a bit of a miss. Bit of a miss there. Oh, Alistair Catwish from Real. Bit awkward, but Gopher does really well there. Takes around Arno as well. This is a good chance for them. They've got some pressure. They don't have any boost. It's a good part. There we go.
What
Well
a pass by Gopher.
Gopher has
Gopher
no
here.
boost this entire
Yeah.
time.
He has like
Not even,
60
not even a
boost, I think.
spurt.
And what a catch as well! Like, he just rinses the entire Longworth team with 16 boosts. That was a very, very nice pass. Just gives the free goal to Walden.
There is life in them yet.
Yeah, and despite all the pressure by Longworth,
Oh, well.
I was about to say Warwick had the lead, but I guess that's no longer the case.
Yeah.
Arno was backward, nobody just pads, just passes down to
He
Matty.
wasn't happy that his team was actually down for a second, so he's like,
Yeah.
right, okay, fine.
Step it up, guys. Yeah, it was a nice play by Longworth, just, you know, being really fast and not missing. And Warwick just can't keep up. Especially after kickoff, you know, you're always gonna be slightly out of position, and just Longworth just took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
Like-
almost then.
Warwick are definitely playing better this game, but
Yeah.
it's still, like, especially right at the start, there was so much pressure from lawnmowers, and it feels like, it's just Alistair Catwish from Meow gets caught out there. Oh no, dunks really hard here on Walden,
Yeah,
I think it was.
Walden just doesn't get a good 50-50, and Arnold just powers it through, and Alice just not expecting it. And you can't really blame them. You know, how do you want to
Yeah.
expect such a strong 50 by Arno?
That's yeah, that's rough. That is pretty rough. Oh,
Yeah,
no, hits it round one. Tries to demo Alistair Catwish from Meow.
This in there for me.
Gotta be done. I didn't do it for coach, so I felt bad. Oh, it's a nice little passing play. Has he made it?
He
Oh,
has.
that
What
is
a goal.
smooth.
Oh. And almost just
Pads
showed what
to
they
Matty.
can do.
Matthew to the backboard. Pads is up.
Perfect. I think he finished with 0 boost there, or like 10 boost maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just
You know,
perfect.
lawnmowers, they're not, to mine, like, they're all good players, but there's no real standout player amongst them, and I feel that's what NSC has more become, like, and like Uni Rocket League. Whereas before it was, do you have a pro or a 2K rated player? Whereas now it's, which is the more cohesive team?
I mean,
and lawnmowers are showing that they're a very cohesive team.
I wouldn't be surprised if Loma was like all 2K, because they are playing outstandingly well.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. But that's why then there's no real weak link on their team. There's no
No.
point where you've said, oh, okay, why has X person done this? They're all playing.
They
like,
all play
pretty nicely.
outstandingly well, yeah. I'm honestly, I was impressed, extremely impressed in the first game by Arno. I've been extremely impressed in the second game by Matty. In this game, I'm impressed by Pads. They're just so impressive to watch, I find.
They're just they're still the thing is they're not infallible. They're still making mistakes.
Oh,
but
definitely, yeah.
these mistakes, as I said, like in the first game, I think it was, they're playing as a team, so they're covering these mistakes, and they're fast.
Yeah, they're so fast that they make a mistake, but then they recover before Rory can touch them.
Right there, that was a big mistake, and they still, there was no goal from it from the other team.
Yeah, and it wasn't even an opportunity either. It was, they can't. The Warwick have to I mean, they did score the first goal in this game. It was promising, but as soon as they scored, it just seemed like Longmo was just like, oh, wait 1 second, we need to score. Let's score 3 goals there.
Yeah.
It's extremely impressive by Longmo. They're just so fast, so consistent. They make mistakes, but they recover in time to not make those mistakes be actually. They're not punished mistakes.
I feel like that's probably the biggest difference between the two teams. One team is getting punished for their mistakes in defense. The other team just isn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's about it, really. Like, when lawnmowers make a mistake, Warwick. Okay, they're not making maybe as big mistakes as Warwick are, but Warwick aren't getting anything from their mistakes. They're not getting a turn of possession. They're not getting, a boost control or anything. Whereas when Warwick make a mistake, lawnmowers are getting huge amounts of pressure or a goal from it.
Yeah, and again, that could also come from the fact that lawnmowers again had all the pressure. Most of the game have in the past 2 games, most of the time spent was in the Warwick side. So, when you're always in defense, you make more mistakes, especially against a team which is so fast. Because Longmowers have just outsped Warwick in this game, I think.
Yeah, very true. Like, especially that last hit, there were so many plays where the ball went up, and before the Warwick player had even looked at the ball, there was already a lawnmower player there.
Yeah.
Pads up there. Nice. Arno's taking his time. Probably going to pass to Matei. Matei back to Arno. Moi guys.
Oh. Yeah, it's a good passing play, but it would have been so nice if the shot was there as well.
Ooh, Gopher with a nice little dunk there. Arno just bangs that straight to Matei. Matei up to the ceiling. Arno's going to take a touch. Ooh, no.
Yeah, get the pass one. Wasn't there though. The Wilden was a change of car as well.
Yeah, he's on for a different flat boy. I don't know what car that is, honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
I am Stocktane and Dominus and Fennec. That's about as much as I know. Could be the Cyclone for all I know.
Could be.
But yeah. Oh, the guy still popped from Gopher. Doesn't manage to get over 2 though, sadly. I was asking a lot from him.
Matthew almost
double touch.
Yeah, it just was just a bit high. And again,
50, but there's just a player. There's this player behind the person who's going for the 50. It's just solid defense.
Yeah, Longmowers have all the pressure. Again, Warwick can't get out of their own half for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Ooh, I say that a missed touch from Maki there.
But again,
such good recoveries. Yeah, a nice passing play.
And the other thing is it's not that the Warwick player. We might be ragging on these Warwick players a bit. It's not that they're bad players. I've only played with Warden before, but they're all good players. I say that as Alice the Cat was Real just misses the ball, but
Casticus. Yeah. I mean, we can guarantee that if they're in this EURC, then they have to be decently good. They've already went through qualifiers to get to this point, and they're definitely good players if they're here. But you just sort of thinking to yourself, what can you do against this Longmower team? I heavily think that they are the heavy favorites for this tournament. They are just so fast.
They're definitely up there. Out of the teams we've seen today, then even people always will still go on about this, and other casts as well. Even though there's Sebadam and Tylacto, neither of their teams I think would win. I know you love Yui. It's got a soft space in my heart as well, but they'd have to play very, very well as a team to play against this.
If you want to beat these guys, then it would have to be. They would have to step up their battle plays and their. And then look at that! How does that go in? Arnold just magic on the 50-50 from the pass from Matty. Just
reads it like a book.
Yeah, what are you gonna do against that?
I don't know, and I mean, it did take them just over 2.5 minutes to score, so it's better. But
the problem is that even it'll take them 2.5 minutes, but they've had all the pressure in those 2.5 minutes. It never looked like
it's not been an even 2.5 minutes.
No.
Hey,
So it's been good defense, I guess, but you don't want to be stuck on defense for the entire time, and that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Ooh, a nice dunk by Gopher there.
Like,
And on gets the pass too.
the trouble is,
almost gets past Alice.
for Warwick to win this, they have to make changes, but they're not changes that you can really make in a series. Like,
Yeah, they'd have to change the like.
Meow. All Gopher. They're just. They need to play a different style, I feel.
Yeah, they need to. For me, I think they need to try and play more calculated. Only go if you're sure you're going to beat the person with the ball. You know, maybe give a bit more space, but don't. But
They're
utilize
being
space.
outsped currently.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That's why you have to try and be a bit more smart. Because when another team is outspeeding you, quite often if you decide to slow down, they'll just continue banging the ball, and you'll have a bit more time on the ball to do things. So, another go by Pads.
Yeah, it's a very tough swap because if you slow it down too much,
Yeah,
then you get into the situation where you will be beaten to every ball as opposed to getting a 50 on every ball, and at that point you can just give up.
yeah.
So-
I mean, you can't slow down too much either, because otherwise you'll just be giving too much space. But I think they have to try and play. Well, I like to go a bit more smart. You have to not go for things that only go for things that you're certain you're going to hit and have a good touch on. Look at that demo by Gopher giving the open net to Pads. This is just a wow.
Just Pads, the beautiful unicorn that he is. You know, it's just rough.
Yeah, at this point it's just so rough. Lawnmowers are playing so well. It just seems that everything's going their way. Look at that 50 as well.
What's the series score currently?
2-1 for Lawnmowers, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm very amazed that Warwick got a win. Like, they played very well.
They played very well, yeah.
Looking at this game, it's hard to see how they got that win.
I think
a goal.
I think in the first game, Lawnmowers was a bit of a warm-up, whereas Warwick, credit to them, came out guns blazing. I think they knew that if they were going to get a win today, they had to sort of sneak it off and get it in the first 3 games of the idea. That was just after the first game, utter domination by Lawnmowers. They just look
Look
so
at the
solid.
shots. 0.
0 to 12.
Like, you just.
God. I mean,
Poor Alice the Cat Whisperer Meow. Tried our hardest with 4 saves, but.
This is why I've been so impressed by Longwood. It's just that they seem to have a magic barrier at midfield, not allowing Warwick to get out of their own half.
That's sort of Pittsburgh Knights kind of play style with lots of demos, lots of bumps.
Yeah, it's so impressive to see, because you would expect them to mess up and give space, but even when they do that, they're so fast that they recover in time, and it's just so impressive. Yeah, Lawnmowers, good luck to whoever is facing them next, because it's a tough match against them.
Yeah, I would not be up for playing them. No.
Credit to Warwick for getting the first game though, and
yeah, and they, especially in those, maybe not in those last 2 games, but in the first game that Lawnmowers won, they had a good game.
Yeah,
like they played well, but
yeah, even in the second game they played decently well. But I mean, it just felt like Lawnmowers was getting better and better as the series went on, and they were just that good to begin with. So I think Warwick definitely have a shot at making a lower brackets one, but it's going to be hard. They need to. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to judge them against such a good team because I saw Lawnmowers do this last time I saw them. They just crush everybody. So I think Warwick, you don't have to worry about that one. You've actually taken a game off these guys. You
they're
can
probably
definitely
the best team in the whole tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
One of.
You can definitely make a run for a good run, but yeah, well played by Lawnmowers.
Anyway, I think it's time for the final break of the night. And when we come back, we will be casting someone versus someone else.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We will be doing. Oh yeah, this is the up in the air one, depending on who else has won. So it's either DCU or Doran's word I cannot pronounce, Nijmagan, versus Trent or just
University of
Jivalashka.
Jivaskila.
Sorry, we've probably just sworn in like a many different languages.
Yeah,
And on that note, we'll leave it.
Okay. I love you, I need you, I love you, I need you. I love you, I need you. I love you, need you. I love you, I do need you, I do. I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you.
I'm cold, steel, stainless. My glass half full. Always said, don't suffer no fools. Serpent, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. I'm gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon. Come cold blood, selfish. Your words are painless. I like when I drive and feel so dangerous. They say I'm a red flag, 'cause they want it so bad. You should know I'm holding on to what I have. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon. shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, right even when they hurt. You wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win.
Hello everyone. Sorry for the delay. We've had Discord issues, and players have also had Discord issues. We're going to have to postpone the final match between Dorians and Nottingham to probably next week. Some of the players couldn't connect because of all these disconnects from Discord and things like that. So sorry for the delay, and sorry it's not going to happen. But yeah, that's going to be us for tonight. Sorry I had to end on a issue like that. But yeah, Discord just dying on us has made everything a bit hard. Anyway, sorry about that, and that's it for us.
Paralyze my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside?